Guys, what's going on? Welcome to Serial at Midnight. My name is Heath, and I am joined by Lisa Downs for Christmas in July. Lisa, what's going on?
I am so excited about Christmas. I'm honored to be asked to celebrate Christmas in July with you.
You are a Christmas super freak, so it's a joy to have you here.
I start listening to carols secretly in my car in at least early October, so no
Wow.
one knows. It's my little thing. I'm not shamed. I love Christmas. What can I
What's with
say?
the what's with the Christmas shaming? That's like more and more of a thing. Like, don't shame people for having the joy of Christmas. Don't be that person.
I think people are so consumed with Christmas being, well, the haters are so consumed with Christmas being, oh, it's commercialized. Everyone's like just trying to sell you products and push another. You know what? Yes. But if I financially benefited from Christmas, I might try and sell some things. But it's just fun and everyone's happy and the music's great and fairy lights just make me just excited and the whole festive vibe. I just think it's a great time of year. It's a time of year where everyone is happy, everyone is joyous. How can you hate it? And giving presents is fun.
Very well said. So, what do you want to talk about for Christmas in July?
I'm so excited when you ask me what I would like to talk about because I always have a staple of Christmas films every year. And I think most people do. You have your traditions. Mine are like Die Hard, Elf, Four Christmases, National Lampoon, obviously. And I was like, you know what? I love these films. I will watch them every year. But when has there really been a last Christmas film that I can enjoy? Like 2004 was probably around about the last Christmas film that I watched. And then we stumbled across one evening, one eve, the night before, which is 2015 Christmas comedy that has become a staple in our house. And so I wanted to share, just in case anyone hasn't seen it, my one of my new favorite Christmas films. It is, here's a little brief summary for you. It is Seth Rogen, hilarious, because to have a Jewish person celebrating this in a Christmas film is already going to be funny when it's Seth Rogen. Anthony Mackie and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who it's like, I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt is one of those actors that is underrated in a lot of what he does. So you can see my dog's ears popping up. This is, I think, is one of the best films that he's done since 500 Days of Summer. It's like that kind of vibe for his character. It's like three friends spending one final Christmas together. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character's parents died. They've known each other for years as childhood friends. And so they made it a tradition to celebrate Christmas every year together. And then as they have families and Anthony's Mackie character becomes famous and they think, you know what, it's time to move on. Let's have one final Christmas. Chaos ensues. And it's just their night of these like three friends who have grown up together. It's like Christmas Carol story. Michael Shannon is a drug dealer who, through smoking weed, they have visions of their Christmas future and Christmas. It's so funny. It's Jonathan Levine who did 50-50, which is where the Seth Rogen, Joseph Gordon-Levitt relationship comes from. Written by two guys who don't really have too many writing credits, apart from like a James Franco roast, but then went on to write Sausage Party, which is really funny. Jonathan Levine also did Long Shot with Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen, which is my kind of humor, so I enjoyed that too. So if you like Seth Rogen films, you're gonna like The Night Before. And there's references to Die Hard, there's references to Home Alone and Big. There's a really funny scene where Seth Rogen sees the future of his daughter at the strip club, and the mum is like, she's only here because you didn't read the books, which obviously is a Knocked Up reference. And it's so funny. Miley Cyrus is in it. James Franco's in it. Mandy Killing's in it. Just funny, great use of music, great soundtrack. Like the scene they rip off from, well, not rip off, an homage to Big is a Kanye West song. And it's funny. There are drugs in it. There's like humor and heart, and it's got all the kind of flavors that you want in a classic Christmas film. It just feels festive and fun, and it is like a feel good film with a lot of humor, like Seth Rogen style humor in it. So it's one of my staple Christmas films now.
That's amazing. Did you see this in the theater? Because this is one of my blind spots. When you told me about this, I was like, I don't even know what this is. And then I looked it up. I was like, oh.
I was thinking this, like, oh my God, like there are too many places to watch movies now. There is Apple and Amazon and Netflix, and so the idea of a film going under the radar, like, I don't know if it's under the radar, maybe it's not. And I just found it, I think it was on Amazon. I must have stumbled across it. So I wasn't even aware of it being in the cinema. There's just so many places to see films these days that it's quite a joy when you come across something like this, because I could have missed it. There's like, how many platforms are there to see content? It's just too overwhelming. So I'm saying this film is one of my favorites, not knowing if it's a really well-known film, or if it, like in America, maybe it's big, but not in the UK. So it's such a weird time for film, I think, because it doesn't have that kind of celebratory release anymore.
Like, it could be big with like a college crowd or the teenager crowd, but people our age might not even know about it. But we know about things that they aren't paying attention to. It's so interesting. It's such a fractured market right now. So what is the actress's name? I've got IMDb pulled up. Oh, Jillian Bell is in.
She's hilarious.
She is the best, and she's got some great stuff in the trailer. And like Mindy Kaling pops up in it. Lizzie Kaplan, Mean Girls. Mean Girls is one of the movies that is revered in our house, and I'm like, how do I not know it? Like, it has a ton of people that I admire and respect and think are funny, and yet I'm just like, I've never heard of this movie. So I'm super excited about checking it out. And hopefully...
I wonder if there's also rapport, because I kind of did a little deep dive too. I always like to deep dive films when I watch them. And a lot of people have already worked together, because you forget Anthony Mackie has been around since 8 Mile in 2002. I always thought he was kind of relatively new, but this was done after the Winter Soldier film. So he was already established when this came out, but he was in 8 Mile with Michael Shannon. And then obviously Seth Rogen has had the relationship with Joseph Gordon-Levitt before, and Lizzie Kaplan has worked with a couple of people before. So and James Franco pops up in it. So it feels like you're watching this film that is made by friends just going, let's do a cool Christmas film. Like all of the Seth Rogen's, like This Is the End, or the Judd Apatow films, where it feels like friends are just doing something fun because they can. This has the same feeling, and it shows, and I think that's why it's such a fun film. And also, apparently, according to the internet, a lot of the comedy is improvised. So the kind of more serious storylines were stuck to for the script, but a lot of the comedy is really them just being them and doing what they're good at, which I think, when you watch it, the trailer doesn't even do it justice, I don't think. The comedic timing is brilliant. There are so many laugh out loud moments, even if you watch it multiple times. So it's a big 2 thumbs up for me.
2 thumbs up from Lisa Downs. I'm excited about it. We want to know what you guys think about it who are watching this video. Is this like a Christmas classic for you guys? The new Christmas classic.
Because what is the last Christmas classic? Really, for me, it's like Elf for Christmas is early 2000s era is the last Christmas classic that we have.
That's a good point. Where did the Christmas classics go? Is this one of them? The new Christmas classics.
It's one of mine. I think it's just lost in a sea of content.
Lost in a sea of content, but shining a light on it right here, a spotlight, shining the searchlight on this film. Listen, we're gearing up to a lot of contests and giveaways throughout the Christmas and July month. I understand you had something you wanted to share with people.
I do. So as you've been very kind to plug on all the times you've invited me on your show, my 2 documentaries that I have out, and I'm sure you'll put a picture on the screen right now of each one, The Life After Flash and Life After Navigator. One of your lucky viewers, will win a copy of each. I'll sign them if they want me to. The 2 patches that go with them, and I'll also throw in This is the DVD version of Life After Flash, which has different special features to the Blu-ray, so you get something different. But it's also signed by Sam J. Jones, Flash Gordon himself.
Wow.
So signed copy.
That is amazing. All right, we'll figure out the logistics in the to be the TBD. We'll figure out how we're gonna announce the winner. But that's amazing. Thank you so much for contributing that. And everyone out there knows already that I'm a huge fan of your documentaries, just of you in general, because I love your voice, and I think you've got such a smart, talented perspective on things. And I say this a lot. We live in a world where so many documentaries are just like whiz bang bam 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 cut cut cut, and yours are thoughtful, and there's so much humanity behind them. I mean, there's humanity behind the lens, there's humanity on the screen, and it's just such a wonderful, affirming deep dive into some of the subjects that we love and the people that we love. So this is tremendous. Thank you for contributing that.
You are welcome, and happy Christmas.
Where would you like people to follow everything that's going on in the Life After, well, just in the Lisa Downs universe, the Lisa Downs cinematic universe?
The LCU. I have my YouTube channel, which Life After Movies web show for the YouTube. Lifeaftermovies.com is the website. You can see and buy the films, and then social media. So Instagram is Life After Movies, and Twitter is Life After Movie 3, because the one with the S was taken. So I had to adapt. But you can all find it on the website.
Excellent. And I'll put links to all those places in the description of this video. Oh, by the way, this video will end up in the Lisa Downs playlist, the featuring Lisa Downs playlist, which is tremendously exciting. So there you go. This has been great. Thank you for recommending this movie, and thank you for taking the time to be with us here today.
You are welcome.
Hey guys, thank you. Continue the conversation in the comments below. Would love to know what you think about this movie. Just continue to celebrate the magic of the Christmas season all month long through July. Guys, thanks so much. Take care. And until next time, we will catch you later.